Do you have a hole on your drywall that you need to fix right away? Stay tuned. I'm going to show you some of the easiest steps and easiest things to do to fix this right away. So make sure you stay tuned. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. So there are many different ways on how you can fix a simple drywall hole damage like this one. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the most minimalist ways that you can do to fix this up real fast. We're going to start off with just using some simple tools all the way to the very end of this video where we're going to use the most simple of the simple, where you don't even have to use any joint compound or any type of texture. You're just gonna go straight paint it and you're done. So let's get to method number one. First off, we're gonna start off with the most common method and the most material and tools that needed to fix this hole, which is going with the drywall fix and repair. Using a scrap piece of drywall that was, I actually did a demo, so that's why this is pink. Gotta measure it like that, gauge it like so. I'm gonna cut off like this. On this video right here where you can use the backing and use that as the California patch method. Measure like this. Okay. Just use the face for your template. So we're just gonna line it up like that. Keyhole saw. Now you can use a piece of wood to secure it. Since I have a stud here, I'm just gonna use a piece of wood. What I like to use is just these shims. If you don't have any wood pieces available or shims, it's called sheetrock drywall repair clips. For me, I don't like to use all of them, just like how much you need. What it does, it clips like this. It's very easy to use, just like that. Come with the screws already, so everything you need comes with this kit. Just gonna screw it right on the wall where it's at. There you go. After you secure it, you're just gonna break off these tabs like this. See that? Just go up and down. These tabs should break off. There you go. And now you're ready to patch. So for small jobs like this, quick and easy, I like to use this Easy Sand 5 because it dries up within 5 to 10 minutes and you're ready to sand it pretty much. So if you're interested on this, I'll leave the link on the description as well. But you only need a little bit. With Easy Sand 5 is you have to work really fast on this. You can't take your time because it will dry up fast. You can put some like that. Okay, cover it up. Okay, put it in easy like that. So don't worry about your first layer covering up everything and making everything even. Wait for this to dry up. Add the second layer, let that dry up, and then you can go ahead and sand this with 120 grit sandpaper, and then you can paint or texture it afterwards. That's pretty much the step on your very standard and the most common way on how to fix small drywall holes just like this one. Now, if like what I mentioned from the beginning of this step, did you count how many steps and what tools we use for this? Now we can compare it to the next step, which is gonna be a lot easier. So while we're waiting for this to dry up, let's make another hole and compare it with the next method. And let's see if that next method is a lot easier than this one. Make another hole. Okay, take your box knife, clean out the edges. So if you look closely on this patch, it comes with a wire mesh. You can see the fibers on the edge, like those fiberglass mesh tape, that's over this metal piece right here. Place it right over the hole. The saying on the instructions on this one is that you have to cut a square or rectangle around it, but why do that when you don't really need to do that? Just place it over, joint compound, just compound right over it. Just like that. You let that thing dry up. Right when you put the second coat and that dries up, feather the edges using 120 grit sandpaper, Then you can spray with whatever texture that you want and then just paint over it. Okay, friends, did you count all the steps that it took for this to get patched? It's a lot more simpler than that method, but our next method is gonna be the most simplest out of all of them because it doesn't require any joint compound at all. Let me show you. So this product is called the DAP Eclipse. It's a rapid wall repair patch. Comes in many sizes. I got a 6-inch patch or a 2-inch patch. So these 2-inch patches are great for the behind the door ones where, for example, you don't have a stopper and you hit. I have a few of these in my house because I forgot to put a door stop. So let's test it out on this smaller hole right here. Clean up the edges around the hole. One of the stickers and place it right over the hole. Easy as that. And just paint right over it. Now we're gonna wait for this to dry. So while we're waiting for that little 2-inch to dry, I kind of made this one, this damage a lot bigger. Now our goal here is to just clean up the edges. There's this silver lining right on this sticker, okay? And then you're just gonna place it right where the damage area is. Try to place it where it's nice and even all the way around. It was kind of harder for me to do it on the 2-inch damage, but we're just gonna press it right against the wall like that and just paint over it. So there's our 2-inch, there's our 6-inch patch. Let's go and take this off. So you're just gonna grab it right there and we pulled that off. So now we're left with just this clear film. Now let's go work on the 6-inch one. Now let's put one layer. Now we'll let that dry. Paint that over. One pass did the trick for that one. We'll let that one dry and we'll let the 6-inch dry and we'll do one final coat and we'll see, and I'll put my remarks and my observations. This is the 2-inch. We're gonna put our second coat now that this is nice and dry. Let's put our second coat right over it. Now let's move on to nice and dry. Let's put on the second coat. So I'm putting the second coat, putting a little bit heavy on the edges. It did the job really well. It covered it. It just has you can still see what the patch outline is, but if you apply texture on this, I think it will cover it up, and it's a good, quick, and easy patch repair, especially if you don't have all the materials such as joint compound, tape, the drywall knife, and all that. You don't have to bust everything out just to fix a tiny hole like this. I think this will do the trick. Now let's go to the 6-inch one that we patched, and I'll show you my opinions and thoughts on that as well. You can see a little bit on the edges that it's lifting. Again, that could remedy it if you're gonna apply texture. Maybe you can get a Homax texture quick spray or any type. There's a lot of texture quick spray out there and it will cover the edges. Overall, I think it did the job. Not the best in my honest opinion, but it's a good repair, especially again, if you don't have all the tools, you don't have to bust out all those joint compound, drywall knife, and etc. For me, it'll be a temporary repair till I actually get to it, but if you're in a hurry and you want to patch it up right quick, this should be a good solution. If you're going to paint over it, you're going to be prepared to paint the whole wall just so you can match it. If you put new paint on old paint, it will never be the same, okay? There's always going to be that hue of, you can always tell. In my honest opinion, if you go through the old school way, which is again here, I know it's a little bit more time, a little more effort, but it's going to turn out great and you have no issues as well. You're going to have this for a real long time And again, if you plan on putting new a picture frame or an outlet here, you have a good support. If you go this way, then you're just gonna have a hollow band-aid. So that's pretty much it. It's good and it's bad. It's kind of between there. It's totally up to you if you want to go this route. Again, if you're in a hurry and you want to get it done quick, I would go and just go with the 2-inch for the smaller holes. But for bigger holes like this, I would just go straight to doing the old school fashioned way, using the joint compound and doing a patch of drywall. Again, let me know your thoughts on this, on the 2-inch and the 6-inch. Leave it in the comment section down below. If you're interested on these patches, I'll leave the link on the description down below for this 2-inch and 6-inch and the 4-inch as well. Let me know your thoughts about this. Have you tried it? Leave it in the comment section down below so everybody can see your thoughts and put your input so that the whole community can respond and see what your experiences are regarding these patches. Again, friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this video super helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you, friends, on the next video.